For those of you who may have an acidic body, who have taken the test, feel that your body is acidic and have detected that your body is acidic, here I'm going to give you several steps to alkalize your body. If you haven't watched the video and don't know if your body is acidic or not, do it. Because if your body is more alkaline, i.e. less acidic, you'll only be healthier. Our bodies need to have a slightly alkaline pH. This is because we know that acidity is harmful to our bodies. But the big problem is our current lifestyle, our eating habits, our diet rich in refined salt, i.e. that white salt, sugars, pasta, cakes, cookies, fried foods, industrialized food, ready-made spices, sausages, smoked cheeses, all theses, all these things and more make our bodies more acidic. This is an alarming problem as our acidity makes us more susceptible to diseases such as cancer, diabetes, lupus, autoimmune diseases, thyroid problems, inflammation, arthritis, arthrosis, premature aging, and a drop in immunity. And it's very important to stress the issue of cancer. Because our body is alkaline, it has no room for cancer, whereas cancer loves an acidic environment. So it's essential that we know how to alkalize our bodies. An acidic body, on top of all this, is a suitable environment for the development of bacteria, fungi, and viruses. If an acidic body is not treated in time, it will experience many problems. For example, you can already tell if you're acidic or not. If you have these symptoms that I'm going to talk about now, you may have an acidic body. For example, inflamed gums, cough, repeated vaginal candidiasis, fatigue and lack of physical disposition, circulation problems. Circulation problems lead to a lack of oxygenation in the tissues, heart problems, arrhythmia, tachycardia, i.e. a racing heart, weight gain, diabetes and obesity. All this worsens with acidity, and all this also leads to acidity. It's a vicious circle. Bladder and kidney infections. You start to age faster than normal. You know that person you know? Boy, you're really old. In 5 years, you've aged 10. Nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, osteoporosis, weaker bones, hip fractures, headaches, migraines, drowsiness, joint pain, allergies, and skin problems. But what do we see in today's medicine? Often you have these symptoms and nobody even talks about you being acidic. No, there's a drug for every symptom. Now our body is so perfect that in order to avoid these symptoms, it tries to take care of everything itself. How? By stealing minerals from its own tissues. All this in an attempt to neutralize the pH. But then you start to suffer from vitamin and mineral deficiencies. So if you have acidosis, if your body is acidic, you'll be deficient in calcium, magnesium, and other minerals. Mainly calcium, sodium, potassium, and magnesium. And these problems can go unnoticed for a long time. So the first thing is to start avoiding certain foods such as dairy and dairy products, sugar, sausages, junk food, fried food, cakes, bread, pasta, cookies, croissants. But don't believe that you'll recognize the foods. Oh, this one's acidic, this one's alkaline, not by the taste. It's not like that, oh, lemon is acidic. No, you think so. Lemon is a great example because it's acidic outside the body, but inside the body it alkalizes. Here's a tip. The main alkalizing minerals are iron, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. In other words, foods that are rich in these minerals will alkalize your body. That's the first tip. The problem is that most foods are rich in alkaline and acidic minerals. So what we have to understand is which ones are predominantly alkaline. I'm now going to give you several tips to take note of and start alkalizing your body.
Hey you guys, are you enjoying our content? Why I'm asking this? Because according to our channel analysis, 97% of the people who watch us are not subscribed to the channel. Do you believe this? So I sincerely ask, if you have liked our content, subscribe to our channel. Let's make this content reach everyone around the world, and let's make this a healthier world, okay? So subscribe our channel and God bless you.
First of all, alkaline water. Drink alkaline water. How? Either buy an alkaline water filter, of which there are several on the market, or make your own alkaline water. Water usually has a pH between 5 and 7. But you won't easily find mineral water with a pH of around 7 out there. You'll find 5.5, 4.5, 5. So you'll have to start reading and looking for the pH on water labels too. And always choose the water with the highest pH. No matter how low it is, choose the highest. Also try to give preference to waters that have a higher amount of calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Second tip, at least twice a week, replace your usual lunch of rice, beans, salad, and meat. Replace everything with a green salad. You can do this twice a week. You add a salad, you eat a salad rich in green leaves like lettuce with a lemon, add a red onion. All dark foods will help to alkalize your body. It's also important to always have that salad ready in the fridge. This will be an antidote to acid poisons. For example, you've had coffee. Coffee makes your body more acidic, so you open the fridge there. Eat a little salad. Now that you've had coffee, a soft drink or a beer, you go to the fridge and eat a more alkaline food. You've eaten some cheese, ham, sausages, which I know the people on this channel don't eat that much of, but you have. Go to the fridge, get a salad, make your body more alkaline. Next tip, replace cow's milk and dairy products. Almond milk, sunflower milk, homemade coconut milk. Fourth tip, get into the habit of drinking green juices. As long as it doesn't contain too much fruit. At most, one fruit, half a fruit. Fifth tip, add avocado to your meals every day. At least a quarter of an avocado. Sixth tip, prefer raw, fresh, live foods, i.e. fruit, vegetables, root vegetables. All of these have various minerals that help to alkalize our bodies, especially calcium, magnesium, and potassium, calcium, magnesium, and potassium, calcium, magnesium, and potassium. Then you try to eat these foods before every meal, coffee, lunch, and dinner. Focus mainly on vegetables or fruit or dark vegetables, especially dark green ones, but also dark reddish ones. For example, strawberries, beets, potatoes, lentils, spinach, cabbage, broccoli. Broccoli is great. Cucumber, peas, beans, all of these are important. An important tip is to try to avoid consuming animal products that are not organic. I understand that this may not be an easy task. Instead, focus on consuming food sources such as meat, chicken, and beef that have been produced organically. Look for foods that don't have a lot of antibiotics, that don't have a lot of hormones. Next tip, start using almonds in your daily life. Almonds and walnuts in general alkalize our bodies. They contain calcium and magnesium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Remember? And anything with calcium and magnesium helps reduce acidity. Now, always choose the more natural versions. People take those, they take chestnuts, almonds, walnuts, all sometimes artificial, with that salt full of preservatives. Don't do that. There's a lot of sodium in there. Next tip, do some physical activity. We have to do physical activity for at least 40 minutes. At least 3 times a week. Physical activity, in addition to the many benefits we already know, helps to oxygenate the tissues. And so it helps to neutralize acidity. That's not the only reason you have an acidic body. You start sweating, the acidity comes out through the sweat, so it's another way for acidity to leave the body. Next tip, combat stress. Stress causes acidity. Try to create ways for yourself to de-stress, to blow off steam. After work, do a massage, yoga, meditation. Oh, but I don't have any money. You can meditate, it's free, alone, at home, in the garden. You don't need money for that. Let's stop making things up, sorry. And the last tip, prioritize natural products. I'm very fond of a phrase which I didn't come up with myself, but it's all over the internet. Rather peel than unwrap. But beyond food, I want to go further. Look for natural products to clean your home. There are homemade solutions of bicarbonate, vinegar, lemon, all of which can be used to clean. Use colloidal silver. Also choose more natural versions for shampoo, deodorant, conditioner, makeup, and moisturizers. Why not use a moisturizer based on green tea instead of using moisturizers with chemicals, heavy metals? Why not use a deodorant based on milk of magnesia? And not use that stuff full of steam with chemicals, heavy metals, which will make you more acidic? Don't forget to share this video with everyone, especially those who always talk to you about health and quality of life, or those who are very spoiled, who are not taking care of themselves, who need a helping hand from you, okay? A big hug, live healthy, live with passion, with God in your heart.